China's government is asking for international cooperation, even while spreading false claims about its response to the coronavirus. One America's Hubbard has more.
Despite calling for international cooperation, the Chinese regime continues to carry out a worldwide campaign of misinformation on its actions during the early pandemic. During Thursday remarks at the third session of the National People's Congress, China's legislative body, its spokesman called for a warmer relationship between the U.S. and China.
China-U.S. relations is now at a critical juncture, and the key is to ensure that the relationship is defined by no conflict, no confrontation, mutual respect, and win-win cooperation.
This nod towards solidarity, however, is in stark contrast with reigning rhetoric coming from Chinese Communist Party leadership, which has in recent months escalated its criticism of America to the point of rubber-stamping the publication in official party media of conspiracy theories claiming the novel coronavirus was introduced to Wuhan by the U.S. military. Some American voices have given in to this rhetoric. During a CNN appearance, former Obama-era ambassador to China, Max Baucus, compared the Trump administration's condemnation of the CCP's actions during the pandemic to McCarthyist and even National Socialist repression.
The administration rhetoric is so strong against China. It's over the top. We're entering a kind of an era which is similar to Joe McCarthy back when he was red baiting the State Department, attacking communism, and a little bit like Hitler in the 30s.
What Baucus failed to mention is he currently serves on the board of advisors for Alibaba, China's largest corporation, and on the board of directors for Ingram Micro, a California company owned by the Chinese H&A Group. And China's spread of misinformation also extends to its claims of what experts have called a statistically improbably low rate of COVID-19 cases in the country, figures that have been called to question at the highest levels of government in the U.S.
Now, with all of what China, you tell me about, do you think they're right numbers? Do you think China's giving the right number? I don't think so. I don't think so. Take a look at the numbers. They gave numbers that were so low. I mean, I saw more problem on television than they were reporting, just by looking at a picture. So I'm not including China in any numbers because those numbers weren't correct, obviously. That's been easily shown and easily proven.
A data leak, which has received little notice in U.S. media, was published jointly by Foreign Policy and 100 reporters. It outlines figures gathered by the National University of Defense Technology, a military academy in Hunan province, under direct supervision of the Central Military Commission, the group that oversees China's military. The data contained in the report is grim. While exact numbers are not provided, it shows at least 640,000 COVID-19 cases compiled across 230 Chinese cities and could potentially signal as many as 2 million cases reported over 3 months, a far cry from China's official figures of just over 80,000, belying Chinese claims to transparency.
Acting with openness, transparency, and responsibility, China has shared relevant information with the World Health Organization and relevant countries in a timely manner.
Reporting on the leak, Jim Geraghty, senior political correspondent for the National Review, remarked that while cooperation with China would indeed be ideal, its leadership seemed to have very different priorities in mind. Hans Hubbard, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.